Kurt. I just wanted to say something real quick. I sent my proof to my professor. My proof, my very short email that detailed a synopsis that was probably the best write up that I've ever done of my proof and why I'm right. Um, I refused to. I'm not wrong. But anyway, I sent to my professor 3 to 4 weeks ago. I don't really remember. I haven't checked my email. But I just want to be crystal clear. I also put my 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 proof, just the first line of it, on my Hinge account and linked my YouTube in Boston area. So I'm really trying to make it so someone steals my proof. I mean, they could just think I'm crazy, but I'm trying to get someone to publish it that was born with a penis and knows how to speak, or I know how to speak right, but I don't want to speak right because then you're gonna force everyone to speak right. So I'm gonna speak how I speak. Um, it's like how J Cole didn't fix his teeth. I just grind so they're all messed up in the front, but it's fine. It gives them character. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is if someone else comes out with a proof that proves that P equals NP, that's fine. I don't think that anyone will have the balls to do what I want to say, which is that NTMs equal DTMs, and I can do that afterwards. Or if they do have the balls to say that, then good for them. But I don't know who's gonna say that n log equals log except for me. But anyway, I could be crazy, but I know I'm not, so I just gotta say it. And if if my professor or someone else takes my proof, I don't really care. That's the purpose. That's why I'm trying to tell people. I just can't take criticism. I can't take criticism. They can scream at me. I just don't want. I know that I'm right. I might not be saying all the right words, but I know that I'm right. The basis is right, so I don't want to be discouraged. But I know I can also fix any holes. It's like when I get in debates with Terfs. I sometimes have a tough time getting through to them, but sometimes I actually they just stop talking to me and they like my message, and that's my way of saying, "Oh, I convinced that Terf today to maybe give trans people a shot." I'm really good at convincing Terfs. I think I've gotten three out of four. I can't say for sure, but I mean, maybe 2 out of 4. The one girl, I don't think I could get to her. She was convinced that puberty blockers were going to do what they did to Alan Turing. And I told her, well, probably if they didn't, if people weren't taking HRT, people are taking HRT. So they aren't going to chemically castrate people because HRT makes you horny. If you turn off people's sex hormones, their sex drive is going to go off. That's why chemical castration works for puberty blockers. But if you put HRT in someone's body, it's doing the opposite of what the puberty blocker is doing, but the right way. I don't understand where the loss is. I think we make it a little bit more difficult on ourselves because we say that puberty blockers are reversible, and I think they definitely are within a certain range, but they aren't always reversible, guys. And I want to say that with a clarification before all the Terfs are like, oh, he said it. But like I just said, eventually you can't just suppress puberty forever. You have to get a sex drive. So while puberty blockers are reversible, and yes, you can be on puberty blockers without HRT for a while, they aren't fully reversible. Because if your growth plates close, they're closed. You know? Going off of puberty blockers isn't going to do anything for that. I think that we have to say, and then also, eventually you have to start HRT. You can't be on puberty blockers and never take HRT. Like, you can, but you might lose your mind. Like, 47XXY patients have to have one or the other. Normally, they can go without it, but they go crazy. So, you know, I'm just saying we have to play our cards right, y'all, so that they can understand that their chemical castration thing isn't gonna fly. Because yes, it would chemically castrate you, but not if you're on HRT, dipshit. And you grow. Oh my god, I just realized. Would you grow more if you're on testosterone instead of estrogen for your puberty? Like, you have to go on puberty blockers, but then you get the other puberty. So my guess would be your growth plates are still open. You're getting the other puberty. So what I'm trying to say is, I used to think if I went on puberty blockers that I would be shorter because it would stop my growth. But then again, I need to look up more about puberty blockers. This wasn't the point of this video. I just, like, if puberty blockers work such that you get your growth spurt still, then that would mean tons of trans men have been deprived of their height, and trans women are too tall. I would have been taller. Does testosterone make you taller? It will not increase. But I need to know in puberty. And I did not appear finally. Increased testosterone production can help speed up a boy's height growth when he is going through puberty. Oh my god. That was one article, but trans boys, if you're short and you didn't take your puberty blockers and get on HRT, they fucked you. Everyone riot. Everyone riot. I'm 6'5". I'm 6'5". I added an inch. I'm 6'4". But the history books will remember Kurt Allensell, 6'5", until they see this video and they're like, he's not 6'5". He's 6'4". But I'm 6'4". If I had been on puberty blockers, I would maybe, and on hormones, masculinity hormones, testosterone, then maybe I would be 6'8". My dad's 6'8". Maybe I would be 6'8". But for men, puberty hits later. I wish I were able to get my puberty blockers because then I wouldn't have these motherfucking things. One, and two, if I had puberty blockers, then I wouldn't. I would have been able to get on D and grow faster. But then I was wondering, because men normally have puberty later, so would that mean there's some time where I would just be on puberty blockers and not get HRT yet? Where, like, I don't know how that would work. This is why I wish I had the experience, because then I could really throw the science Terfs that say, no, science says puberty blockers are bad, and throw them in a vat of self-contradiction. Self-contradiction is the most acidic thing in the world. It also helps you grow when you realize that you no longer believe something that you used to believe. Anyway, back to the start of this video. I don't know if this can make any sense, but I'm still gonna post it because why not? Back to the start of this video. What I'm trying to say is that if anyone comes out with my proof, P equals NP and log equals log, even though you guys already didn't collapse it, expanded it, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and X equals NX, and so on and so forth, DTMs equal NTMs. Well, I already signed it with my face. So, I mean, you can take the credit for putting in the bullshit language, but I signed it with my face and my language. I didn't get it from a Quora post, but I did put it on Quora once. Yeah, 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 yeah. Kurt's a fucking beast. I signed it with my face. I'm the fucking shit. Okay, that's it. Good night.